3 here in China is about to get underway. The 5 red lights are about to go out for you in China for round 3 of the championship. It is lights out and away we go. Good start by Alpha Trix off the line. Alonso June gets a very good start. The Spaniard trying to go around the outside of Bualem. They come down into turn 1. Everyone will have to keep it clean. Bualem is through on the inside of June down into turn 1. We'll have a look further down the field to see if everyone's making it through. There's about 2 or 3 wide there coming through the mid-pack. The McLarens are trying to get involved with each other. Montana and Spine relatively all clean though, and fantastic to see everyone is through safely on the opening lap. Xjerry just taking his time at the back. There's a few position changes going on further down the field, as you would expect. Oh, Larkin going in a bit too deep, runs wide and nearly through the track there. That looked very, very strange indeed. But Alpha Trix leads the way through the S section for the first time by 0.5 of a second from Alonso in second, Bualem in third, June in fourth, Cantera fifth. Good starts by both the Alphas. Verstappen in sixth, and now is Bullet Boy trying to go around the outside of Lion through turn 10. Can he possibly get the move done? He can. Bullet Boy pulls it off around the outside of Lion. That's for 7th and 8th position. Lion, I think, learned his lesson from last week, not trying to go for the move down the inside this early on. Very good start though. A little bit of contact, I think, in the background, while Ouija and Larkin might have had just a coming together slightly, but running down the straight, they're snaking their way literally down the straight, and there's Alpha Trix who leads the way from Alonso second, Bualem in third, June in fourth, Verstappen and Cantera going side by side for 5th and 6th. Is Verstappen going to try and go around the outside here? A little bit of lag from Bullet Boy in behind. Oh, contacts the back. There's a bit of lag there. I'm not sure if he is disconnecting from the session. Verstappen could still have Cantera through. Everyone is clean through there. Looks like Larkin might have lost a bit of front wing damage actually in the background. He hasn't. That is just my complete and utter eyesight right there. The move there. Any moves further down the field? Westy and Toxic looking quite close. Toxic on the inside of Westy. Going to pull this off down the inside, is he? Westy will hold the outside line. This is going to be side by side into the final corner. I don't wish this upon anyone. Lion tries to kill me in the camera in the meantime. Toxic has held it around the outside. Good fair driving between both of them. And Westy now back on the inside line. They're losing time to the guys ahead. Toxic and Westy battle it through turn 1. Little bit of bumping and barging, hanging off the camber of the corner. Bullet Boy and Lion are getting going just in front of this as well. And Bullet Boy has held on to that 7th position ahead of Lion. Toxic and Westy are still going at it. Harrison David is probably wetting his lips at this stage, trying to think, how on earth have I landed myself in this? A little bit of lag there from Toxic, as Westy now is on the inside line. Toxic on the outside line will always have the traction through the corner. He'll have the inside line as well. This should be Toxic's move. Westy just gives him the benefit of the doubt as Harrison David tries to launch it up the inside. Never going to work through there. There's a lot of battles going on. Soon, Alpha Trix not coming in. Bualem is in. Bualem is in. Oh, and I can't believe it. Bualem has done a Hamilton. Bualem has done a Hamilton. He's into the pit wall. Unbelievable stuff. Bualem has just completely and utterly messed up his own race there. Speak about commentator's curse, and he gets a 5-second time penalty for corner cutting. Rightfully so, I think. Harrison David is through on Westy. So Harrison David, he pays the favour from earlier on where Westy tried to get past him. Westy has now been repaid the favour back. Harrison David is through. He's up to P11, and the clouds are really beginning to develop, people. But what this means really is the set of hard compound runners, as Montana is right on the back and a try to launch it down the inside into turn 2. Montana down the inside. Bullet Boy holding the inside line now through turn 3. Forces Montana wide, and good defending of the position there from Bullet Boy. The Brit knows how to defend. He's right on the back. Montana again, right on the back of Bullet Boy. Switches to the inside. Bullet Boy doesn't want to come in on him. Goodness me, if I can get my words out, that'll be fantastic. Bullet Boy and Montana having a bit of a slide out of the corner, around the outside though into the S section, through turn 8, through turn 8. Bullet Boy still trying to hold this down the inside. Fantastic stuff if he can. He'll have to back off though. Montana cuts across him, and Montana has got the move done. A little bit of banging wheels, but that's what we like to see. That is what the driving should be like in Division 1. Montana is up into 7th position. Good driving there. Toxic and Harrison David now beginning to battle out for 10th and 11th out on track. Lion trying to get close as well to Verstappen. We'll come on board with that in just a second if that battle does get going. However, I think with the tow that is in order, don't think we are going to see much action happening out on track. But Harrison David now right on the back of Toxic. This should, you would imagine, be easy picking for Harrison David. Now out on the slipstream, it's all about which car has got the better straight line speed. Williams not known for that straight line speed. Harrison David though on the inside, trying to get a 2-for-1. Campbell has managed to get into the corner nicely there, and Harrison David is through on Toxic. Good move again by Harrison, and he's up to P10. but Harrison right on the back of Campbell once again, and Toxic could be quite close as well. But out of the corner, oh, Harrison goes miles wide, nearly off towards Wuhan right there. Harrison, though, is going to pick up the slipstream, and regardless, I think he's going to get the move done. Harrison, even with the run out of the outside, he's going to defend the line nicely. A little bit of tapping there, a bit of a love tap there from Campbell, not like in Love Island. Harrison David is through, he's up to P9, good move. With 3.5 laps to go, it's not going to be close enough. Larkin is right on the back of Westy. Where on earth has Larkin came from? He's down the inside, is Larkin, on his fellow countryman. Westy will try and defend this with all of his might down the inside. If Larkin can pull this off round the outside on slightly fresher tyres, he will be pulling off one of the races of the moves of this race so far. And Larkin, I think, has got the move done. Westy not going to lunge it down the inside. Larkin, good recovery from him after going out wide earlier on. He's up to 12th position. And what a move that was. That is the move of the race so far for me. Larkin is through on Westy for P12, and Westy did not want to give that one up without a fight. That's what we like to see. Division 1, very much hungry for delivering great action out on track. Doom, Verstappen, Lion, 3rd, 4th and 5th. We run down the straight once again. Doom is going to be under sustained pressure now from the two Dutchmen in behind. I think he's a sitting ducky, you know. Verstappen is going to have to look around the outside of him. We'll take this from Lion's point of view, who's driven a much more conservative race. Verstappen locks up. Lion could get both of them here through turn 14. Doom just cuts across. Lion trying to go through. It's 3 wide nearly into the final corner. Verstappen's on the inside line, but Lion has got the move done. He was the meat in the sandwich, but the meat has came out of the sandwich, quite literally, and he's got the move done. And now Doom has to back off. Verstappen, Lion making a very late move. He can do that down the inside into turn 1 once again. It's all kicking off. I did say all hell was going to break loose. I didn't mean it like quite literally. Doom just being forced off right to the camber of the corner. It's Lion who picks up P3. Great reading the scenario, if I've got to be honest there, from Lion. Driving a much better race. And Lion, Verstappen trying to have a go around the outside. The sun finally coming out on track. Oh, a little bit of a tap there from Doom on Verstappen. Doom and Verstappen right on the back of each other. This is going to kick off big time on the final lap. Hopefully everyone keeps the common sense. Alphatrix leads, Alonso second. Those two are pretty much going to stay that way, I think. Lion in third, Verstappen fourth. Lion has pretty much defended like a lion out on track, and Verstappen is trying to get past him. Doom trying to go around the outside. Not quite. Still really close battling out on track. Bullet Boy and Cantera, that's another battle that is getting going. Bullet Boy's still been on the back of Cantera. He must have been there for good last 4 or 5 laps or so. Lion running through, back into the sun we go, through the S section for the final time. Alphatrix has secured this race out on front with a one-stop strategy masterclass as Verstappen is coming under pressure now. Doom trying to go down the inside. He's going to wait for the DRS. Good. Oh, and they make contact. Verstappen and Doom. Oh, Montana. Oh, Montana is into the back. He didn't realise that Doom had stopped for Verstappen out on track. Montana has got front wing damage. Alphatrix, though, is coming around the final corner. It's been a dominant win from the Brit. He comes around the final corner. Let's a force go mad. Alphatrix wins in Division 1. What a race. Alonso is going to be second. Lion is going to be holding on for third as a result of the front wing damage. Of course, that will get investigated. I don't think there was any malice in it at all. Lion will be coming across the line in third. Of course, Montana might feel a bit adjudged, but as I say, no malice really in it. Verstappen fourth, Doom fourth, all changing order. Larkin has got around the outside of Toxic through the final corner. Larkin gets Toxic laid on, and they're covering Westy. It's side by side across the line. Oh, 1700 separating Toxic and Westy. Right at the line, while Ouija across the line is going to be coming across the line 14. Let's really delve into that. Alphatrix wins, Alonso second, Lion in third. Changes afoot because Verstappen finishes fourth, Montana fifth, Cantera sixth, Doom in seventh. I think he was the one that picked up the penalty. Bullet Boy was eighth, Harrison David ninth, Campbell 10th, while Ouija leaves the session there. Larkin 11th, Toxic 12th. There are your point scoring positions, and Westy on his debut misses out by 1700ths of a second in League of Europe Division 1. Well, Ouija 14th, Spine 15th, not his day today. Xjari again, not his day in 16th. And Boualem, certainly not his day at all. The Frenchman struggled. Hopefully he will be returning back next week in much fresher and much healthier order. This is a race to forget for the Frenchman, but he's crossed the line now to finish in 17th. Everyone has finished. Fantastic, first full finish of the season.